start walking. Clock it. Oh, hello. Good morning, Miss Vance. My name is Brandi Pray, and I'll be your intake worker today. How you doing?
I'm okay.
What brought you in to see us today?
I need help with finding housing and transportation.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where were you at prior to today?
Well, I had an apartment for about a year now, but my rent was too much. I had a roommate at first, but then she left, so I couldn't afford to pay my whole rent by myself. And the job that I have, I don't make enough to cover my rent, so I got evicted. So that's why I'm here now.
So let me make sure I understand this right. Prior to you coming to the shelter, you had your own apartment, but your roommate moved out, and you were unable to continue to pay the rent by yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you also say that you needed help with transportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As you know, this is a shelter, and we do have a 2-year program in which we do help with housing and eventually whatever outside goals you want. Transportation, if you are comfortable with driving, but you did state that you needed transportation, so I'm assuming that you are comfortable with driving. You do have a valid driver's license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your ultimate goal is to get back
on my feet, to have my own apartment and my own transportation.
All right. So, and how much, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you make at your current job?
Well, I make $10.30 right now.
To stay in this program, you have to work at least 40 hours a week or go to school. So do you, your job, you work full-time?
I'm full-time, yes. I get 40 hours a week.
Okay.
And I also plan to start to go back to school in the summer.
Okay. What steps have you taken so far to reach that?
I put my application in for the college already. I attended orientation. So for now, I just have to book my classes.
Okay. Do you have access to internet in order to book your classes?
I can use the internet at my job, or I can go to the library.
Okay, but how do you get to these places currently, and since you don't have a transportation?
Well, for work, sometimes my coworkers come get me. And sometimes the library, I catch the bus, but I don't go often because I don't have money sometimes to pay for the bus.
Okay. So, your end result is to establish your own transportation, get an apartment, and move and start school. So do you have a time frame in which you want to get this accomplished? And I'm asking you because, like I said, the program is for 2 years, but you can't stay in a facility for 2 years.
Right.
So,
well, as soon as possible is good.
What other expenses do you have now? Do you have any children?
No, ma'am, I don't have. I have health insurance that I have to pay.
Have you applied, do you receive health insurance through your job, or have you applied through outside sources?
I applied through my job.
So, okay. You seem like an excellent candidate for the program. We will supply you with housing for 6 months, and after that, you will be required to go into our apartment search program, but you have to maintain a certain budget. So what you and one of your case managers will do after we finish this initial intake work, y'all will come up with a time frame, a budget, And if you complete the time frame and the budget that y'all set within the next 6 months, we'll go on to housing search. Well, housing search, we give you first month's rent and security deposit is coming through the program as long as you complete it, maintain a clean urine, and also maintain also stick to the budget. So, do you have any social activities that you engage in? Like, do you go out? Do you drink?
No.
Okay. Because the reason why I asked, this is a drug-free facility. So we...
Oh, well, I drink occasionally. I can't drink?
Yeah, here at the shelter, we do not allow any alcohol on the premises.
Okay.
So you can't bring any alcohol, any outside drugs or anything like that on the premises. We do not do drug screenings because as long as you abide by the guidelines, that is not required. But if we suspect you are, drunk or intoxicated off of anything, we will eliminate you from the program.
Okay. That's reasonable.
All right. So, to sum this all up, you don't have any children.
No.
Your goal is to get transportation and get your own housing.
Yes.
Okay. And as I said earlier, you will receive a case manager. She will come, y'all will sit down and y'all will work out how the steps that you need to take to reach these goals. We will require for you to do a budget. You will have to open up a bank account. Do you currently have a bank account?
Yes, I do, but it's in the negative.
Okay, here at this facility, we are connected with Wells Fargo Bank, and as long as you stay in this program and cooperate, they will let you get a bank account through them, even no matter what your prior history is with other banks, for 1 year. And if you show consistency, you can continue after that.
Okay.
But you have to, budgeting is a main issue here. A lot of times people set budgets and they don't take into consideration any social activities, any outside events that may occur throughout your time frame.
So it's like washing my clothes, eating.
Yeah, you need to, when we do this budget, we're going to break down all of that. So I need to know, how much do you want to take out for food? How much do you want to take out for clothing, uniforms, transportation? You did say earlier that you receive rides from your friends as well as you catch the bus. So you have to take into consideration that as well. And
yeah, because I have to give them gas fare
so when we do this,
pick me up
when we do this budget, I need you to indicate all those things inside of that. This way, you won't fall behind. When you get with your case manager, y'all set up what's your ideal price for your transportation. What's your ideal price for your housing? Is it realistic with the budget that you already set to just live?
Right.
So our goal is to, before you leave, to get you in a situation to where you're able to do both.
Right.
I don't want you to have a recurrence, to get out there on your own and then you're unable to pay your rent along with your transportation. So our program is designed to teach life skills, and one of our life skills is budgeting.
Okay.
So, what's your highest level of education?
Have my GED.
You have a GED.
Yes.
And you did say that you are currently enrolled in this. If getting to the library is an issue and is hindering you from reaching this ultimate goal, we do have a recreation room downstairs, and our recreation room is part business. So we do have fax machines, we have computers, we have anything that you need with that's for networking. Yeah. I mean, you are allowed to do it for recreational purposes as well, to be on there, but certain hours are set between the hours of 9 and 5. We only allow business things to go on during that time. This is why I asked that, because you have to be out of the shelter for at least 40 hours of active,
Job search.
yeah, not necessarily job search, but active activities that's pushing you toward reaching your goal. So, like, you can be at school, you could be at orientation, you could be at, but we ask that you dedicate 40 hours throughout the week, whether it's working, whether it's going to school, to meeting your end goals. Because like I said, it's a 2-year program, but within the first 6 months, you're still in the shelter. Within the next 6 months, we work on getting you into an apartment. And for the next year, you work on the outside base. You stay at your apartment and you contribute for the next year $200 into your rent as long as your goal is, as long as your goal is being met.
Okay. So I have to stay here for 6 months before I find a house.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
and you have to show consistency with the budget. You have to be working towards your ultimate goals.
Okay.
And you have to, participate in anything that you and your worker comes up with to reach those goals.
Okay.
And as long as that's met, we will have no problems. So let's just wrap this up before I introduce you to Miss Lydia. That's will be your caseworker. You already have your GED.
Right.
You already took the steps in order to proceed to go to college, which is one of your ultimate goals.
Right.
You also have transportation issues, and we are going to work on that. We're going to put that into your budget, and based upon your income and what you feel is a suitable price, that's what you will work on in an apartment. So if I got that correct, you will talk to your case manager, Lydia, and y'all will work on finishing up with school, transportation, and ultimately housing.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
One more question.
Yes.
Can she help me out with food as well? Like can we apply for food stamps while I stay here?
Yeah, you're allowed to have anything that is toward helping you be financially successful or to get to your end results. You and your worker can discuss that.
Okay, so.
But I don't know, I don't want to promise you food stamps. That's why, like, our applicants that are currently working, we don't say too much in reference to food stamps, because if you're working, and as you stated to me earlier, you don't have no kids, you probably wouldn't qualify. And since you already have insurance through your job, you probably would not qualify to get medical coverage. Yes.
Okay.
Because if you work 40+ hours and you already make $10 an hour, I know you already passed the budget to receive food stamps.
Okay.
So those you really wouldn't qualify for that.
Okay.
But you could try. Maybe that caseworker might be able to work something out for you. Maybe you wouldn't get as much, but I would suggest that you try any other outside resource. But it seems that you have everything going in your favor. With the schooling and you're already working, those things will help you get a better job eventually, and you'll be able to continue to meet your living expectations.
Okay.
And your transportation as well.
All right.
Because those seem like the only 2 issues that you do have. Is there anything else that you would like to?
Not at the moment, but if I think of something, can I give?
Yeah, I'll give you all my information. After you fill out a packet that's here, and make sure that you have all your immunizations and everything, that your case manager will go over all that stuff with you. I would leave my card, and my office is right downstairs. I'm here between the hours of 9 and 5. I do walk-ins between the hours of 12 to 6. From 12 to 3, excuse me. And if you can come in, if not, call. I'm always available, and my cell phone too. So my lines are always open.
All right.
All right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.